Well, you've done cuts, Emmanuel. Tell us about the difficulty of a cut right on the bridge of the nose.
Bridge of the nose is very difficult. It's not serious. It doesn't bleed too much. You know, your adrenaline chloride and thrombin and the regular stuff would usually get it to coagulate. It doesn't bleed too much.
Even though there was no knockdown, Harold Letterman scored the second round, a 10-8 round for Pacquiao, who had a landslide in power punches, landing 34 of 83 to only 7 of 25 for Diaz. A wildly active Pacquiao threw 114 punches in the second round. David Diaz won't just go away.
Pacquiao's speed is just right at this stage is too much, and that's the big difference in the fight. Not only is he boxing, but he's doing a variety of things. He's jabbing, he's doing right hooks, right uppercuts, left hands over top. He's doing so many different things.
He looks spectacular, and he's doing it against a southpaw after not having fought one for years. Big right hook by Pacquiao. Another big right hook right on the button by Pacquiao. David Diaz has a stern chin, and he's taking these punches pretty well.
Well, it's going to be put to the test tonight, but Pacquiao's hitting with punches, I mean, consistently with both hands. David's speed is just too low right now. He cannot.
What David needs to do is to go plant his head on Manny Pacquiao's chest and not move away.
Yeah, but he's just too slow.
Two good body shots for Diaz. And a third for good measure. Pacquiao again with that right hook, right uppercut combination. Tremendous work with the right hand by Pacquiao. Hooking and uppercutting just the same way we saw Andre Berto do it with his backhand last week. Pacquiao's doing it with his lead hand. The speed and skill of Manny Pacquiao is amazing to behold.
It's interesting to see him throwing a right hook and all these type of punches that he normally can't throw in the standard right-hand fighter. So he's fighting a left-hand fighter, so he can do everything.
Well, remember when Pacquiao was great, even as a totally predictable jab, left-hand fighter? Now he's added all this variety to his game, and still with the same physical talent. The courage of David Diaz is one of the key measures to making the fight watchable so far. He's too brave to just go away amid the onslaught from Pacquiao. Diaz mostly blocking that right hook. Pacquiao gets to his body. Just missed with what would have been a big left-hand connect in Pacquiao. Two body shots from Diaz, and a third one as the round comes to a close. Manny Pacquiao's won all these rounds, but Diaz is sneaking in a body shot here and there.
See, right here you see Pacquiao throwing his right hook, something that he can't normally do when he's fighting the standard right-handed fighter, and he seems to love it. That's been his pet punch so far most of the fight. I was watching him. He's looking past Freddie Roach, who was giving instructions, looking at the replay in the arena.
Admiring his work.
Yeah.
Brings a whole new meaning to the old boxing phrase, admiring your work.
You know, normally as a fighter, Pacquiao's known for that powerful straight left. You know, jab with his right hand, a hard straight left. And he's changing up. He's got a guy that he can do everything with now because it's a right and another left hand, and he's doing it too.
Harold, how do you have it through three?
Look at you, 3 rounds to nothing. 30-26, Manny Pacquiao. Jim, I can't remember a southpaw who can throw 4 or 5 right hands before he pulls his right hand back. Incredible. He throws a hook, a jab, an uppercut, and finally he'll pull his right hand back. It's amazing. I mean, Roy Jones used to do it with a left hand, but this kid is amazing with that right hand. 3-0 Pacquiao. Give him an extra point in round 2 where he hit Diaz with everything with the stool and the referee.
The early evidence on Pacquiao moving up to lightweight, gee, maybe he's finally found a weight class where he can be really good.
and he seems to be enjoying it. I think he needs to fight more southpaws, so he enjoys it.
And Vic Draculich calls a halt to the action so that David Diaz's nose cut can be examined.
And I think it's eye cut now. It's a little bit more serious.
This was one of the possibilities, and because of his blinding speed and major advantages when at distance, Pacquiao would be able to cut Diaz up. And Diaz's only response is to get more aggressive and try to do more damage, and that's what he's trying to do. leaving himself open for Pacquiao's assaults.
Speed is just too much. And the fact that Pacquiao's doing everything and moving and twisting and pivoting and turning all while he's punching.
A southpaw Jack Dempsey in the lightweight division. A non-stop aggressor with speed and power beyond compare.
Just the whole body rhythm and coordination of Diaz is just too slow.
And a cut now above the right eye of Diaz, as you said, Emmanuel. So he's bleeding from the nose, and he's bleeding from above the right eye, and he's getting hit flush with a lot of Pacquiao shots. No matter how hard Diaz works to cover up against these onslaughts, Manny Pacquiao is simply too fast and too good. Perfect shot by Pacquiao. Diaz shakes his head as if to say to the referee, I'm okay. I know I just got hit with a howitzer, but I'm still here. When they throw at the same time, the difference in hand speed is so evident.
With the hand speed as well as the foot speed right there. Diaz, not only the hand speed, but he just can't deal with all the twisting and pivoting that that Pacquiao's putting into the fight also.
Diaz's left eye is beginning to swell. We're told that the cut to the right eye was caused by a headbutt. So we'll take a look at it between rounds.
Here we see what possibly could have been the cause of the butt, which was a headbutt right there.
Well, that created the big cut over the right eye. But it's a moot point whether the cut is created by a butt or a punch at this point because of the violent onslaughts that Pacquiao is mounting in every round. Power shots through the fourth round. Diaz has landed 30 out of 141. Pacquiao has landed 80 of 255. He's averaging 64 power punches thrown per round. There's no way you're going to beat him if he's getting off that many shots. It is a brilliant and stunningly effective performance by Pacquiao so far.
And Diaz is getting seriously behind because, you know, being that he's not a devastating one-punch knockout fighter, once you get behind on points like this, it's going to be very, very hard for him to pull this fight out. You know, even when because Pacquiao is just a little too fast, a little too sharp, and steadily moving and twisting and turning, punching, going in and out. And Diaz just in his footwork, he's just too clumsy and slow and stiff.
Two good body shots there by the determined and gutty David Diaz. Keeps demonstrating that as far as attitude is concerned, he won't take no for an answer. Hard right hand by Pacquiao. Uppercut stuns Diaz again. Pacquiao's ability to put his punches together with blinding speed is amazing. Leading with hooks, crosses, and uppercuts. Pacquiao more or less dispensing with the jab because he doesn't really need to set anything up.
No, he doesn't. He just really pretty much just having target practice right now for the most part.
Left hand pops out across the top. Two quick right hands inside. Another uppercut. And Diaz, in the face of all that, comes forward. The bloody mask speaks for itself.
It's very interesting. After Pacquiao's always been known as the puncher, now to see him being a really technical, crafty, all-around boxer fighter is really a thing of beauty because I never expected him to look this good from his boxing in this fight, even though I thought he would move more than not to do the things that he's doing.
And incidentally, in case you're really paying attention to Manny Pacquiao for the first time and you're looking at the possible fights ahead, how good is Juan Manuel Marquez of Mexico? Well, consider this. In 2 fights against Pacquiao, Marquez has won more rounds than Pacquiao has won. That's how good he is. If it weren't for the 4 knockdowns that Pacquiao has applied to Marquez, Marquez would have won both fights. Now Diaz gets a couple of answers in there. What guts! What determination by David Diaz! Hard left hand by Diaz momentarily stops the Pacquiao assault. The stars and stripes are bloody, but unbowed.